Alright, so let's move on to the last characters. We've got Ramlethal and Bedman.
Yeah.
Two newest additions to the franchise when this game first came out. Of course, they've added Leo and a couple of other characters.
Yeah.
But, man, Ramlethal and Bedman are super interesting.
They're both so good.
Yeah, and they're complicated as well, but they're good characters. So
yeah.
I actually really wanted to learn Ramlethal, but I'm just gonna preface this right now: is that Ramlethal feels more like a Tekken character sometimes than a Guilty Gear character.
Yeah, because she doesn't have normal like strings.
Yeah.
Quote,
unquote. Basically her thing is that slash and heavy slash are relegated to her swords. So the front more sword is always slash, the back sword is always heavy, right? So whenever I'm doing stuff, there's always those buttons. So the thing that really, I mean, what start getting weird is that those are only neutral and down. But if I hold forward and back and hit these buttons, they do different things. So forward and slash makes so you see that little black glowing green thing there, right? So that's flying above the sword. You can see it flying above the sword right now. So if I hit forward and slash,
teleports out,
it comes out, does a swing, and then sits in place. Now every time I hit slash, with forward slash,
or down slash,
right, or down slash, it just keeps attacking. And I think you can do.
It'll kind of follow me if you do it again.
Oh yeah, if you do towards and slash, it kind of replants it basically. So it tries to chase him down like that. But down slash, I don't think does down slash chase.
Let's see.
Oh, it does.
It will,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I guess if I am out of a certain range of it, it'll reposition itself.
Right. And so towards heavy slash does the same thing. But you can see that slash always is a horizontal hit, and heavy slash is always a vertical hit. Right. So once they're out, you can kind of control space, and call them at like various different timings. It's really interesting. But you can see that you can't call them again until they turn back into the little ball and are glowing green again. If you hit back at those buttons, you recall them so that you have them as your normal moves again. So you can pull it out like this and attack, and then go, you know what? Shoot. Now I have it back again. Right.
It's really cool.
So as a result, her slash and heavy slash buttons are kind of occupied by this mechanic. So what actually ends up happening is that
punch and
kick end up being really interesting for her. She has a lot of chain combos, so she has punch, 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 for example. She has punch, kick. She has crouching punch and kick. She has crouching kick, kick. She has standing punch, kick, punch, punch, kick. She's got like kick, punch, kick.
Yeah.
So she just has a bunch of different
three-hit chains
with punch and kick. But the unique thing about these moves is that the reason why they feel like Tekken is you can do them while whiffing.
Yeah.
They don't have to hit. You can do them at any time you want. And they all serve a different purpose. Like some of them are good against air people. Some of them cause wall splat. Some of them have double lows. Some of them let you have like good juggles afterwards, like that. Once you juggle them with it. And so it's like really, really kind of.
Yeah, it's very specific to the. They're all very useful in their own right. For whatever you need them for.
But again, this is all kind of specific to Ramlethal. Like she's the only one that has these. Interesting chains here and stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's not too complex. I mean, like you'll see which ones are the better ones and which ones are mainly combo ones after you kind of get the combos down. Then she also has a really, really good one, which is like 2K, I think, punch, which is like the overhead. Yeah, that's a really good one. Okay. Catches a lot of people.
Right.
So, let's see. And then the other move she has the ball. And then
she has like uppercut right here.
Not really a DP, but it's a combo extender.
Right, but there's two versions of it. If I do the uppercut, you'll see that I just come out and attack. But every once in a while, you'll see her glow green like that.
What?
So what's the difference between them? It's the same code. It's just basically if you hit the button the same time you reach down forward on the DP code, she'll come out with the green version. If you wait a little bit too long, she comes out with the regular one. And the difference
it's just
between,
like Tekken. It's like a just frame.
Yeah, it's a just frame. Again, Tekken character. And what makes them different is if I do the regular one, notice how low Bedman bounces there, right? If I do the green one,
He
bounces a little higher. So it's actually better for you for good juggle combos. So like you're gonna do stuff like that in combos, and if you start them higher up, you get more opportunity to carry them into the wall. So another move that she has, like you mentioned, is the fireball.
Yeah, so it's basically to control the airspace.
Right. She has 2 versions of this, doesn't she?
I'm not sure.
Oh, here's Halberd command.
Special attacks, okay.
Okay, special attacks.
Yes.
Spin kick was punch. I guess not. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. But if you notice, it goes up like this. So it's kind of a nice little zoning tool in this situation.
Yeah, so I think it's mainly for like when someone does like 6S, then they want to like, if you have that out, then they want to like air dash at you.
Oh right, yeah. Exactly.
That'll fill that airspace, and it's like, oh man, what do I do? I can't get to her.
Yeah, that's true. The just frame uppercut also has better recovery, so it's safer on block too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right.
And then it helps with the combos for sure too.
Now, one thing I should mention about these though is that you can't just plant them. You have to do an attack to plant them, right? So there's no way just to throw it out there and have it be sitting there, kind of like how we summoned Eddie without doing anything.
Yeah, it'll always come out as a slash first.
But one of the big changes in 1.1 is while it's sitting there, you can hit. You're supposed to be able to hit it. Oh, you hit it during its startup.
Yeah.
Okay, so while it's floating there, you can't hit it, but you can hit it during its startup, which means you can actually counter it a little bit more. So there you go.
Or on the recovery of it.
Oh, okay. Oh, when it's... Okay. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay, so during the recovery, you can actually hit it there, so... Sorry. There you go. And then it falls to the ground. So wait, hit it again? I just want to see something. So I can't even call it back until it comes back. So that's a huge change to her. It kind of nerfed her a little bit.
It helps a lot because it makes her neutral game a little bit more fair.
Right.
Because she can't just throw it out without having any consequences.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So yeah, another move is like the flippy move that you did, like
this one right here.
Yeah. So that's an overhead.
Right. The nice thing about this move is if you can end combos with it, it knocks them down, and you can kind of get good sets. So for example, like let's say the sword's already planted here, and I knock them down. Whoops, sorry, my bad. So if I do this, then I can set up a mix-up. So let me hit you with this again. So like this. And then I can launch the sword, and then I can go for mix-ups like that. So, so if I did it faster. In any case,
and also since it moves her forward, you can kind of like YRC and then go for like a throw mix-up.
Oh, interesting. Right. Okay.
I haven't really seen it used much in high-level play, but you know, like maybe someone can make up something cool with it. And then she also has a command throw.
Yes. What's her?
I think it's
grab?
DP with something.
Command grab. She has so many moves.
I'm guessing it's the Flama Cargo.
Flama Cargo. Oh yeah, quarter circle, forward plus kick. So it's just fireball plus kick. There we go.
Yeah, and then you definitely get a combo out of it.
Oh, that's right. She can throw her. That's right. She can do this move in the air. That's what it is. Okay. There you go. Boom. But yeah, you can combo alpha for a command throw. What's the button? Oh yeah, just anything. Okay.
Yeah, so you can just
right.
You can run up and do whatever you want, basically.
Right.
So it's really strong mix-up game in the corner. Like with that on top of like the overheads and the swords and stuff. Yeah, so a lot of stuff you can do. So it's really scary once you get in this position. So usually you end up losing when you get when this setup right here is going on.
Ah, my timing.
So yeah. So her basic game plan, so she wants to knock you down, and then she wants to, or let's pull up the notes, I guess. So.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Okay. So who do we talk to from Ramlethal?
From Ram, I talked to Payne from NorCal actually. So it's really solid anime. Overall anime game player. Definitely one of the best in the country, and his Ram has been tearing it up. Like even though he's kind of a newer Guilty Gear player, man, you know he's doing a lot of damage with this character. So yeah, you can see her gimmick is the sword setting, really big part of the game.
Yeah,
so you
really learning how to manage these swords is very important. So,
yeah, and then like you can kind of use it as a test to see like can they deal with it, and you can use it to set up zoning, and then like if they don't know how to if they're just getting hit by it or if they're just blocking, then you can kind of just dash in to start doing some pressure. A lot of she is really versatile, so which is really cool about her. So she can kind of zone a little bit, and then she can also her mix-up game is like really powerful.
She kind of a character that can frustrate you, but then her Oki game is really strong.
That's where she shines mainly. Like so she'll do this and then knock you down, and then maybe she'll wall splat you, and then like do like a Skullgirls type reset.
Yeah, I forgot what the combo.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do. Because of the wall stick mechanic onto the floor.
Yeah.
Since it restands, man, there's so much stuff that you can do. It's really scary.
Yeah, I actually sat down and practiced all of Ramlethal's combos one time, but I forgot what they were.
They might have changed for 1.1 too.
Oh, that's true too.
So with her, a lot of it is like recognizing the situations for the better setups, and then also mixing it up, depending on how you wanna mess with the guy's head, basically. So there's that, and a lot of frame traps because with this whole sword setup thing, you can kind of like put them in between like certain strings, and then just make it really hard for the opponent to guess. Okay, where can I get out, and where can I just escape? So that's where her game plan is really strong. But the weakness is that she doesn't have any reversals really. She only has the explosion super that she has, where she kind of like I think it's I forget the input for it. So I think it might be like half circle back forward with slash maybe, or explode with kick quarter forward. So that's like the only one she really has honestly. And then you can easily bait it out, and you could block it and do a big punish. So
should probably mention that if she has both of her swords, she has a super that the command
giant gun super.
Yeah, so basically she has Gradius super. That's what I always call it, because it looks like one of those Gradius bosses, right?
Yeah, and it's really good super because it does a ton of chip. Otherwise, it's going to drain a lot of your meter.
But the interesting thing is, so if I plant both swords and I do that exact same code, then the super becomes this crazy thing which locks you down forever.
It's super good.
But the most interesting thing is that if I only have one sword out, I can't do any supers. It either has to be
the explode.
Those two supers. But for those two supers, you can only do it if both swords are on you or off you. You can only do that code. So
the way to beat her, you want to knock her down, and then and one way to do it is that you can hit the swords to temporarily disable her, because it basically kills her range. She only has punches and kicks because of that. So she's gonna have to do a lot more work to make sure she anti-aers you properly.
Yeah, once I have the swords planted, these are my normals. I mean, look at this. Yeah. I don't even have crouching slash or heavy slash.
So that's what you can't just have them and just be kind of just do whatever with them, because then they just get disabled and then you don't have any options.
Okay.
So, and then you want to knock her down and don't let her get away, because the reversal options not a lot of reversal options, and you probably just watch out when she has 50%, and it's not going to be then it's kind of more expected of what she's going to try to do. It's either going to be dead angle, or it's going to be the explode super. So so just be wary when she has 50%. So the top three normals, definitely this is one of the better ones. Just regular the sorted far slash.
This
it's minus 10 on block apparently, but man, it goes so far.
Yeah, this is range. Whoops. Yeah, so you really have to get used to controlling her, because I'm trying to walk forward and slash, but if I do that, I'll do the sword plant. So you got to learn how to walk forward backslash.
Something like that, just to make sure you don't get that by accident. And then another one. This one's definitely used a ton. Jump hard slash, so good. It's really hard to deal with, and then when she's up there, it's it comes out relatively fast. It feels like, but you can it's hard to react and then try to air throw her.
Because you can hit it pretty early. You see.
Yeah, you can hit it super early. I did 6P right there, and he has one of the best 6Ps in the game.
Yes.
And I'm still getting hit, so it's really good. So yeah, so that's like part of her like party. That's one of her party starters for sure. It's like you just do that. Now, obviously, you can like blitz shield it, but it's, against the jump in, it's like pretty risky too. So still a really good normal. And then jump P. Oh my gosh, I hate. This is my least favorite / her best normal, I think.
Okay.
Jump P, because it's so fast and it takes up so much space, and you could convert you can convert a combo off of it, which is really good. So you just do that, and then you do the jump D attack, and it's just like you go nuts with it. It's super good.
Like even if you block, like jump and block, like a lot of times you can't really do anything about it when she keeps hitting.
Oh yeah, I mean that's for most jump Ps like mashing, but the amount of space that it takes up, it's just ridiculous. So it's so good.
Yeah, I also think that this is one of those underrated moves, just because that's good for combos.
Yeah, I mean that's mainly like a combo extension type move. So, but I think, I don't think they changed anything for that version of it. The up version.
Oh no, the up one for sure they changed, because that was the super good one. This is the one that let you have.
Because I thought they only changed the straight and the down.
Oh, did they change only those ones? Oh, okay. I thought they changed the up ones, because this one's super good for loops.
Yeah, so I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe someone in the chat can help us confirm that. But in any case, jump piece is the god. So good.
So Flyer did say that they nerfed it a little bit. So
the up D or
no, the jump.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, it's nerfed. Yeah, it used to be like stupid good. Like.
Dude, I can use it as a cross up, dude.
Yeah. Maybe it's just Bedman.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's still really good. I mean there's no question about that. But let's see. Yeah, and then for top uses for meter, mainly it would probably be like the sword set YRC, because it's like
you see, it keeps going after I YRC, so now I can do crazy things like that.
Yeah, and the main thing is that like if you set it out in neutral, then people are gonna kind of maybe look to attack. But then when you YRC, then you're way slower, and then you can get punished for doing something like that. So yeah, so then it becomes a lot more scarier, and you're gonna most likely end up blocking, which ends up with you losing. so pretty big deal. Let me see. And then the sword spin super, I feel like it's still really good in this game. I mean, like they nerfed it so that because it used to be that even when you hit her out of the startup, it would still work. But now that if you hit her before it starts up,
do it again. Oh yeah, it just stops.
So you can stop her. But like it still comes out relatively so if you do it at a relatively safe distance, it's like I can't do anything about it.
Right.
It's like because if I hit you after it comes out, then it'll still stay. So like after it comes out, it's still really good. So I still feel like it's a really good super. But you just got to make sure you set it up correctly now. So you used to be kind of brain dead, just like, oh super, hey cool, now I'm winning. So yeah, so really good stuff. So the first B&B, I guess maybe you can do this. It's like,
sure. So they're saying it's crouching slash 623. Oh, I see. So basically they're saying, oops, not crouching. Oh, close slash. Sorry, not crouching slash. Yeah. So go that into uppercut, and then what you want to do is the punch kick dash punch kick dash punch punch punch.
Yeah. So the easiest one, punch kick, and then bop. Yeah, so, something like that.
Yeah.
Might be weird on Bedman.
Yeah, Bedman is.
Yeah, so this is a pretty basic thing you'll do.
She's falling out in the middle of my punch.
It might be character specific, but the main reason for this, there it goes. Yeah, so then it'll give you the corner carry, as much corner carry as you can, and that's where you want to put them. So because of and then this will help you learn what's called micro dashing.
Right.
So it's going to be a big part of the game. So like you might as well just kind of learn it now. So
yeah, do her trials. Her trials are actually like towards the end they get kind of crazy, but all the starts of the trials where you do the juggles and stuff like that are important to learn.
Yeah,
definitely.
So she does take a bit of execution, but like that combo not gonna be too super difficult.
Yeah, and on one of the Execution episodes I did, I talked about how to do microdashing. There's actually a lot of really good techniques to learn how to microdash properly.
Yeah, and also in 1.1 they made it easier because they added a little bit of a buffer. So it's going to be a lot easier if you've tried her in 1.0. It's like, oh, I can't do this. It's so hard. It should be a little easier in this one now. And then for her block string, oh man, just do 4 PPP. Like not 5, but like hold back and then hit P.
Oh,
yeah, because if you hold back and you keep pressing P, then she'll just smack you like that. And this is very common with most RAM players I've seen as their pressure, because it's only -1 on block and it's so good. And it's really fast.
Right. What the hell was that I just did?
Oh, that's one of her follow-up kicks.
I didn't know she even had that back.
Yeah, that's actually really good. If you see, or if you do it, look, see how I kind of fall back a little bit? You can jump into the corner now. Get some really dirty mix-up with that.
Okay.
But anyways, cheapest tactic. We could, like, me and Payne talked about it. It's like she doesn't really have anything that's like really cheap. Like, it's kind of hard to say.
I mean, I think really what it comes down to is just learning how to do the wall carries as best you can.
Yeah.
You know, mid-screen combo, I can get all the way to the corner.
Yeah, I mean, if anything I can think of would be cheap, it's just like doing jump P. But
jump H, yeah!
Yeah, maybe that. But like, so she overall, I think you just gotta learn her setups really, or just the corner combos, and then just be able to mix, like have different options to go to. So really good stuff.
Oh wow, they actually changed their trials, huh?
Oh yeah.
So they changed their trials and added a couple of new ones. That's
yeah,
cool.
they did that for Milia too. Okay. I remember. But yeah, so some players to watch. Definitely Payne. It's really good. The net play god Kusanagi, Aozaki Kyo. It's really good. I played him online before, but dude, he is legit. So definitely watch. I'm pretty sure he's coming to EVO, so we'll watch out for these guys. They're gonna be tearing out their pools. And then there's Karinshu, who's the one I think came up with this like that dirty corner mix-up. They attribute him to. I think they attribute him for.
You're talking about these mix-ups right there?
Yeah. There's some kind of like option select that you do that pretty much like does everything for you or something like that, and it's just really good. Or it was maybe it was Daiji.
Well,
I can't remember.
I know Daiji is the one that came up with all the mid-screen loops that corner carried you and all these other things. So I mean, I just heard the term Daiji loops a lot.
Yeah, I think he's the one that probably came up with the 8D.
Okay.
Loops.
Yeah, Daiji is the one that I heard about because, like I said, I wanted to learn this character at one point, so I started researching some Daiji stuff. So,
And then there's Dei, I guess.
Dei, okay.
So yeah, watch out for these guys. So yeah, definitely when you watch, I would say just see what kind of combos they opt for. And anytime you watch videos, you always want to see what do they do in the neutral game and then what do they do for their mix-ups usually. And that's like two big things that you can see that you can kind of adopt.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much RAM.
Okay. And then, despite everything that we've done, despite all the stuff that we've gone through, I think Bedman is the weirdest character.
The weirdest character.
Yeah, he's so crazy. They really made some really cool stuff with him.
Yeah.
So
good shout outs to Arxis for their...
they made this character such a weird, wacky ass character.
I don't know what Daisuke is on, but I want some of it too. So like so Bedman, like, definitely gonna take some explaining. So like his whole thing is something based around called deja vu. So like he has 4 special moves that he goes to. This is fireball, and then he can do it in the air, and then he has a kick version of the fireball, which teleports you whenever it hits them, and you can do that in the air too. It takes you see there's a huge startup to it, and then he also has this top spin move. Like really bad on recovery on the ground, but if you tighter knee it, it's a little better. Or so if you do it in the air, it's a lot more better, a little better. And then he also has this bed flop move. Which is, these are all with quarter circle forwards, by the way, like quarter circle punch, kick, Oops, yeah, it has to come back first.
Right.
And then slash, and then with hard slash.
Right.
But you see all these little,
So when you do the moves, yeah.
You see all these little word symbols come out.
So there's that little symbol there, right there in the middle of the screen.
Whoa, what happened? So like, so basically, whenever you do any of these 4 special moves, it leaves this symbol wherever you did it, and then you could hit the replay move, and then
which is basically, so the 4 moves we mentioned were quarter circle forward with a certain button. The replay is always quarter circle back plus that button.
Yeah, that same button.
And so you'll see he'll throw it back, and you can do it again, and then eventually it runs out, so it's gone now. Yeah,
so the only ways to get rid of these symbols is to wait for it to time out. So it's all based on either time or if you hit it. Right. So it doesn't matter how many times you use it. If you can use it within the amount of time limit that it has, then you can do it. So that's what I found out from my research about it, at least. So
do it again.
So you can do that. And
one of the key things is that
you can hit it.
Right.
Yeah, you can destroy them. Yeah, so now it's gone. So that's really key for fighting against him.
You have
because when he has these out, look how fast he can just do this move.
Right.
As opposed to like
the regular one.
Say I did this one. Like that. Look at that startup on that. But if I do this, whoa! I don't need to.
Yeah, you don't. So calling the replay is the same animation every time. It has less startup than some of the other stuff.
Yeah, so that's what makes him really powerful. Because he's essentially becoming like 2 characters at once at the same time. So that's what. So like having a bunch of these setting up this shop is like big time part of his.
Also, if I hit you, they go away, don't they?
They don't.
They don't. Oh, dang.
That's why it's important to hit those symbols.
Okay.
So the only ways to get rid of them is to wait for it to time out or to hit the symbols themselves.
Now, once you do, like, say, quarter circle forward punch, can you do another quarter circle forward punch?
No, like, because it boomerangs.
Yeah, you can do it again. You can do it again. You can do the regular one again once it comes back. I'm saying, I'm just saying while the replay symbol is out, you can still do it.
Oh yeah,
you can still do the move.
You could replant the symbol.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's what I meant. So, but yeah, you can see that the punch one hits on the way out and the way back. The kick
so it's really good.
Kick one hits on the way out and on the way back as well. But if it touches them, you automatically teleport next to them, and you do have advantage. So. There you go. So, God, and depending on what side it touches, that's where you teleport. So there's a lot of setups where they knock you down, throw it, like this, and then when you all of a sudden, I'm blocking the wrong way, and then they get to hit you. Yeah,
something like that.
Crazy.
It's really good.
Yeah,
a big part of his game plan is to use that to like oppress people, and then just like. Yeah, it just makes it really overwhelming. What other moves does he have? I can't remember.
Well, show like the replay on the other 2 moves as well.
Oh yeah, so we got this.
So this move, so what you said was super unsafe, but if you replay it, now it doesn't matter, right? So it's just
you could do like three or 4 times.
Right. So now it's really annoying to deal with. And then that move is really good because it forces them to have to respect it, and you can get it.
Yeah, so it's basically a big move for Oki. And if you do it in the air, he just kind of flops down immediately.
Right.
Same thing. So the bed just comes crashing down right on you.
So do jump dust really quick. Oh no. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So let's check. Let me double check what other moves he has.
Sure.
Task A, Prime, B, C, and
that's
so
it.
just
those
moves.
Yeah, those are all he has.
So that's where he's.
That's all he needs.
Yeah, that's all he needs, really. So let's see. Yeah, so the basic game plan is to set up shop with these, like, because once these are out, then you have so many tools at your disposal, like, and then you just mix them up and oppress them with all these mix-ups and like relentless pressure that comes from it.
Right.
So.
A couple of things that we should probably note about him that's really interesting is that one is forward dash is like a parry. So you notice that as long as he's forward dashing, if I hit him, he teleports forward.
Yeah, well, like there's during the startup frames of it.
Right.
Like I think it's 2 or 3 frames like before it actually can activate. So if you meeting him properly, like he can't do it. So, but like it's definitely really powerful against people that like don't do their meaties properly. So
Right,
And or if someone throws a projectile, like say if you threw a sword.
Or like this one, you mean? Yeah, you can get in there.
Yeah, I can get in there or something like
good.
that. So he's really good in that sense. Like if you want to get close for some reason.
Right. Another thing to mention about him is if you double jump with him, you notice how he freezes like that. So when you hit the double jump, he freezes. You can hit any of the 8 directions and he'll air dash in that direction. See, so you can go even the downward angles. There you go. These are super good. These are super useful for him. And he gets a lot of dirty little setups. Yeah. It's not nearly as fast as Magneto, but it's still really useful.
Well, when you have these coming at you.
Yeah, exactly. Then you can get all these. Yep.
So
for sure.
Yeah, so he's definitely really cool in the setup game. Like he has a lot of cool setups that were like, especially with this move, like you'll do things like this, and then like things like this, and then like you just like try to go up in the air. It's just like, and then you'll teleport everywhere, and it's like, oh my gosh, what's going on?
He's really good at zoning you out, frustrating you, and he even has that move that towards which hits on the other side.
It's really good.
Yeah, so while you're blocking stuff, he can catch you by surprise with that.
I mean, it's really terrible recovery if you block it, but.
Right, but here's the thing: if you throw the kickball. So throw the kickball under me, like throw the kickball under me. Here, just throw it really quick. So, and then do towards punch afterwards, right? So throw it, and I'm gonna jump over it. Oh, do the regular one. Just do the regular one. So I'm gonna jump over real quick. The kick one, but don't do the replay. So now do towards punch. Oops. So while it's coming back, do towards. What's button is that?
6H.
Oh, okay. So do 6H during that after you fire the ball. So like this. Now do it. You notice that when the ball hits me, it makes him teleport no matter what he's doing. So even if you're in the delay of that 6H, so a lot of people will throw that kickball, and while it's coming back, you know, like when you sweep me and then do it, while it's coming back, they'll do the 6H, cross you up, and then you won't have to worry about the delay because then the ball hits you, and then you teleport over there.
Yeah,
and then you can.
So a big part of it is that you can do this. You do a really unsafe move like this. You do this.
Right.
And then like it'll essentially cancel the recovery.
Right.
Which is really cool.
So as long as the kickball hits, you instantly teleport over there, even if you're in the middle of stuff. Which is super good.
Yeah, super good. And then also, so basically, like he's setting up shop. There's a lot of setups. Takes up a lot of space. So a lot of things you'll come up with. There's a lot of room for creativity for this character because like what's cool about it is like we said, like you can set it up so that like when you have this kickball out, you can do this, and you can do whatever you want basically. Like a lot of people I've seen, they'll do this, they'll jump, and then like you jump to this side, but you end up back on the other side.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. So like so they'll do this, and then maybe like this, and go like that.
I didn't even know which way to
Yeah, right. So like you just stop blocking essentially, and then you don't know what to do. And then like so really a lot of creativity. I know GC Yoshi, he hits me with all these setups, and I tweet him. It's like when he hits me, it's like no one's ever gonna block that on the first try. No one will ever block that on the first try.
Right.
And then a lot of zoning, a lot of frame traps. Like super basic frame trap you can do is like this. It's like you'll throw this ball out, block it, and then when they try to jump out, you'll do this move or something. So a lot of good frame traps, and especially with the whole baiting them with really unsafe moves, but like the kick, teleport ball and things like that. A lot of cool setups like that. So that's his frame trap game is really strong in that sense.
Right.
So, but the way to beat him, obviously, like you don't want him to have these out because he has so much advantage when he can do that. So like anytime you can while you're approaching, maybe like air dash and hit it, or like in the middle of your hits, or as you choose a button that'll cover both that and like try to hit him at the same time.
Like I know when I was using Potemkin against Bedman, which for some reason every time I go to the House of Xrd, I just end up fighting nothing but Bedman and Potemkin. Which is not a terrible fight, but it's bad if you don't know the fight. So
Yeah,
but,
if you don't understand Bedman, you gotta get
right,
blown.
like they would do the slamming move like from the air, so it covers space really well. I would actually do the grab and hit this mark out of the air, like just to clear it. You know?
Yeah, so it's very important, like, cause it's really power. He's in a position of power when these marks are out.
Right.
So like it doesn't seem like much, but yeah, it's like you'll notice it once you start knocking him out. And it's like he's not doing as much stuff as he used to.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And then knocking him down and not letting it get back up is really important because really the only reversals he has is the dead angle and then the
alarm clock super.
The clock super.
Oops.
I forgot
That
how
was
to
the
do it.
yeah. There it is.
This one. It's super safe on block, but like you can throw it.
Right.
So like if you mash throw, yeah, it's really silly.
Right. Okay.
But like if you expect it, if you go for a safe jump, you could probably land in time and then just throw them.
Right. Right.
So it's really
it's
not
really good only if like I'm gonna try to throw and like or try to do an attack and you wake up
immediate.
with it. Then it'll
or
go
if you
through.
do an immediate early and then I see you, okay.
Right. So if I do something like.
I would do the super.
Right,
You would definitely get gotten hit.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's that.
So best 3 normals for
5P. This normal is super good.
Really? Okay.
Like, cause it's mainly because it takes up a lot of airspace. Like people that want to come in towards him.
Right.
And then 6P also in
God,
that
that
sense.
move is
It's
just so
super
ridiculous. It like beats everything, I swear.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best 6Ps in the game, I think.
Yeah.
But 5P is really good because like it
It just catches people quickly.
Yeah, it's really good in the same regards as 2P. So
Okay.
it doesn't seem that good, but it's just because it's big, Jump S, like really common jump in normal. So you'll see a lot of something like that or something like that. So it's really good because let me see. Yeah.
I think you could just do it off the diagonally down ones.
Oh, is that right?
I think you could just jump in immediately.
No, it doesn't work. Usually I see it with the forward dash like that, and then they'll come in.
Right.
So really good because it takes up a lot of space and it's really fast and it's really hard to beat. And then for these normals, the ground normal, this little tentacle thing going on here, they actually made this super good because you can actually jump cancel it now.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
so like
my
you
God.
basically get like a full combo. Like so if you.
Oh, I see. Oh my God.
Yeah. So super like it used to be that like Bedman had problems with damage. Like when you get a clean hit, it's like well now I get a knockdown and set up my shot. But now you get like real combos with him like with air like real air combos.
Right.
So
okay.
So which makes his damage output really scary. So let me see.
Good uses of meter.
Good uses for meter. So most let me see. Yeah. So a lot of times you'll see people kind of set this up and then just to get more advantage and be able to do some more stronger, more tighter mix-ups basically, and then.
Yeah, Jump Dust FRC is the one that I see the most because it's the only instant overhead that he has that he can combo. So basically, you are seeing, you have to do an air dash really fast.
So it's still really good. I mean, that's definitely one of his top uses because it's just so it's either that or you have a bed flop already set up, and then like you do this, and then like combo it somehow.
Because I remember someone was telling me one of the keys to fighting Bedman was that if he doesn't have 2 bars, block low. Block low more often than you block high.
Yeah, because he's not gonna go for it as much.
But if he hits you with, but if he has 2 bars, then you have to start worrying about the instant Jump Dust.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, but Bedman's super good. So basic B and B, you could do like 2K, 5S, 5H, that, and then set that up.
That's perfect meaty timing too. Yeah. Ooh.
And then
I'm blocking the wrong way.
Yeah. So and it gets.
Can you delay that a little bit so you end up in front? Like do that whole combo, but. Yeah,
so
you can choose whether you're in front or in behind.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. because
Yeah, if you don't know what this character's doing, he just blows you up.
yeah,
So
you'll get really scared. It's like, why is he on the other side? Oh my god! And then like a good block string is the same string, and you could just leave it at that.
Right.
Because that leaves you so far. Oops.
Ooh, excuse me.
And then it's like you're that far at -4. It's like you're not punishing
Yeah,
with
no
anything.
one's gonna punish it unless it's like Slayer Super or something like that, right? So.
Yeah, and then so the cheap tactic you can do, like really easy one is like you do you throw one of these out. Oops.
I didn't get back to you.
And then you just frame trap them with one of these. So you do that. Nope, you can't jump.
Right. Okay.
And then you just tag them because that's a low, I think.
Right.
Oops. Hold on. So, no, it's not.
Oh, it's not a low. There you go. Okay.
Never mind. I didn't know that.
In
any case,
not good. I mean,
you get
yeah,
an FD then, I guess. Okay. Huh.
Okay.
All right. You learn something new every day. And then also this.
You know.
It's probably another cheap tactic. It's like such a fast overhead for such a character like him.
Right.
Like, so really good. Another way to
Silent Assassin did mention that if you do get counter hit on that jump dust, you don't need the Roman cancel to combo.
Oh really?
Yeah, I guess you
like,
could like get something on the way down or something like that.
Okay,
yeah.
very cool.
Okay.
Cool to know. So some advanced stuff right there. So the high level technique I would say is definitely to master this 8-way dash.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely kind of an awkward input because he's the only one that's going to be using that.
Right.
But one thing I did find out, at least for fighting Bedman, there's no way for him to avoid that little pause when he's doing the 8-way dash. So if you ever see him go in the air and then you see the little pause, you can probably expect him to do that.
Right.
So once you see the pause, just try to go for your anti-air normal. That's really
even
fast.
if he goes a different direction,
yeah.
You're safe.
Yeah, you're safe. So definitely good to watch out for that. That's something I've been because I was fighting against GC Yoshi. I was like, how do I anti-air? And because like this would always beat all my anti-airs, and I was just trying to figure out how do I try to preface to get ready for it. And I noticed that in order to do this, like you have to see that little pause. There's no way to do it any faster than I'm doing it now. So if you can see that, then you can just go straight for your anti-air, and then you most likely will beat him out because it's like try the 6B again one more time on reaction. Yeah. So even if so maybe you might lose, but but usually they'll go for this, the slower normal, and then it's like you'll beat him out. So so some really good players to watch out for. Silent Assassin, I know
Silent Assassin.
He's really good.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's super good. GC Yoshi, I play him online a lot. He's definitely, I would say he's best on the West Coast for Bedman and stuff. KB Nova, he's super high octane, like Bedman. Like a lot of the stuff he has is super oppressive. It's like. And then Delta on the West in SoCal is really good as well.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him play as much lately, but he's a solid anime type player overall. In any case,
he's the one that you got most of the tips from.
Yes, I forgot to mention. Yeah, so I kind of ran my notes with Delta, and he agreed with. So he kind of just nodded and said, "Yeah, this stuff's pretty good." So it's good information to pass on. So, so in Japan they say that Subu and Locks are the people to watch out for.
Subu and Locks. So, I mean, that's technically all the characters now. Someone did ask just on the chat, did we go over how to approach the neutral game? I talked about it a little bit, but unfortunately it's really character dependent. I think I talked about it a little bit in one of the execution episodes, and all I said was I can't really explain it because it's very character dependent.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of matchup specific tools that you need to use in the neutral game, but the tips we've given, let me see, it depends on the tools really. This tip we just gave with the air dash thing, that's really specific. Like, let me see, what's some
Well,
tips?
Silent Assassin also added that Shiu, Sabamiso, should say, and Maruken and Mun are also really great
Bedman
Japanese
Okay.
Bedman players.
Okay,
and
very
Otogen.
Very nice. Yeah,
Or
thanks for
Otogen,
that. So, but the neutral game.
Silent Assassin. Oh yeah. Well, honestly, the way that I see a lot of Guilty Gear, so one of the reasons why I love Guilty Gear so much is you can see the same players playing the same matchup, like 50 matches in a row, and every round looks really different.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because the movement of this game is really creative. So the neutral game really depends on mastery of your own movement and controlling kind of space and fishing for stuff. So basically, one of the key things about this game is learning how to convert your combos. And so if you know your setups, like May is a great example. If you
Mm-hmm.
can learn how to hit them with dolphins and then turn it into decent combos.
I would say, I mean, because these are all basic
Mhm.
tutorials as well. Like the main thing you want to do is to go into training mode and try out your options versus the character's options. So like a lot of times when I'm in training mode and like say like I was getting beat up by GC Yoshi and it's like I'm getting hit by this move all day long and I'm like super frustrated, I'm mad, I rage quit, went to training mode, learned how to beat that, went back online and tried to fight him again.
Oh, okay,
you know,
okay.
and then like so I figured out, okay, when
There's that little delay.
when I see that delay, I can probably just do 6P or 5P.
Right.
Because I'm testing all my moves,
Gotcha.
and I said this works really well,
See,
and this item works really well. So
yeah.
that's one way to go about it. It's a little bit more tedious because it's like you have to know already like what tools are beating you and stuff. But another thing to do, I mean, like that's honestly the best way to know because it's like you get beat by a bunch of the options that you're just getting really frustrated with. You go to training mode and you're like, how do I beat this?
Yeah.
You try to recreate it, you know.
One of the key things really is learning what the opponent character is doing. So when I first started playing when I started playing this game at the House of Xrd, I just ran into Bedman. I had no idea what the character did.
I didn't even know.
And so I couldn't fight him at all. Like I didn't recognize the replay symbols. I didn't know that the one that teleported even teleported. I didn't know there was a different startup between the two, so you have to pay attention to that. I didn't know you could hit the symbols. And as soon as you learn all that stuff, it makes the fight a lot easier.
Yeah.
And shout outs to Silent Assassin. He was trying to help me through my raging when I was there. He was watching Nerd Josh's stream, and I was just like, this character's so unfair. And he's like,
no, you can do this.
Yeah, he's like, you can do these things. You can do these things. It's not that bad. So.
Yeah, and also you can ask a lot of the top players too for tips. But the main thing I would say is one thing you can do also is watch videos of high-level players of your character play against the like top level of the other type of character, and hope to see how they interplay for the neutral game. But the most basic thing you can do also is just like try out the special moves for each character. What's a good answer if Bedman just straight up just does that?
Right.
Can I beat it directly and like so you want to record him, so like set him to record, make him do this and then hold block. And then like can I do something on recovery? Can I do something in between? Can I do something if I can imaginatively if I pretend that I see it starting up, I make myself make sure when I see him start moving, then I react and then do something.
So this is one of those games that you can't think like, oh, they jump, so I should just anti-air. That doesn't work in this game at all.
Oops.
Because one, you've got green block, and then the other thing is that everybody has so many air movement options. They're just hoping to blow you up, or they can YRC and blow you up. There's just so many.
Yeah, I mean, that's when the layers get more deeper. But on a very, very basic level, it's like you want to learn, okay, he has a really good normal. How do I beat that? He has a really good move. How do I beat that? So, and then you start building your game plan based on that kind of stuff.
And like I said, as for your character, learning your movement options is really important. Learning how to move with your character and stuff like that. Like when I used Johnny in Accent Core, so one of the things they gave him in the later games was that you could cancel his dash and do a jump and he would have a little bit of extra momentum. And like once I started, like I didn't use that at first and it was really bad. And as soon as I learned that, it changed a lot of things. Really understand your character's movement options. The game also has tutorials on how to beat everybody.
Yeah, like really basic, like core parts of their game plan, like in the built-in tutorial, which is kind of nice. Like, so it gives you a little bit of hints about what you can do against the character. So those are pretty cool. But you know, definitely like the tools that you have at your disposal is like that are extremely useful is watching videos, asking top players, and training mode. Like I would say those are the three things you want to go to in order to find out more if you're stuck. You know, if you're not, you know, I mean, try to do a little bit of the work in training mode to see if you can. But if you just can't figure it out, you know, go see a video, and then if not, you know, ask one of these players that we've mentioned, and they're more than willing to help out, I'm sure, because you know we want to see more people playing the game. We want to see more like sick Bedman players and sick Ramlethal players and sick, you know, like you might be the next one, and it's like we're gonna be the ones enabling you to be, you know, become those great players. You know?
Well, Commander Pepper mentions that keeponrock.in is a good place to find Guilty Gear
Oh
videos.
yeah, because he set up a database where like you can say I want to see Ramlethal versus Bedman matches, and then they'll pull up like some Japanese matches or like or US matches that he's put into the database. Or if I want to see May versus like Eno,
it'll just give you like the YouTube links and stuff.
Yeah, basically, and then or it'll like give you like timestamps for like Twitch streams or Nico streams and stuff like that. So
cool.
So yeah, definitely give that guy a shout out. Maybe if he has like a donation page, donate, because he's probably doing it all by himself. Because I played him before. He's a really good Faust player actually. The guy who runs the site. So yeah, so definitely, you know, a lot of tools that you guys have at your fingertips to learn. So you know, don't be shy, and you know, like try to try stuff.
For sure. Let me switch this really quick. Yeah, so again, this game is super fun. And look, I know a lot of people have gotten mad at me in the past when I sit there and say that this game is hard. This game is complicated. And honestly, though, it is. It's a hard game to learn. It's a complicated game. You do have to put a little time into it. But it's super rewarding. And, I mean, the reason why I say this as well is because I want to get people prepared for what they're trying to learn in the game, right? So you can learn the game. It's very fun. It's really enjoyable. But if you're sitting there and you're, like, expecting another Street Fighter, that's not going to happen, right? But as much as all the systems and everything like that, everything starts falling into place. You just have to play it. Once you start playing it, it's going to be tough at first. See, I just don't want people to come in and be like, it's not that hard, and they go play and they're like, what the hell? I picked Venom. I don't know what I'm doing, right? Like, I don't want to sugarcoat it. I want to let you know that it's going to be a little tough. But if you sit there and persist at it and you play it, and if you really take the time to learn a lot of stuff, it is probably one of the most enjoyable fighting games because, like I said, the creativity and the ability to just do things on the fly is so amazing. Like, I can watch, during the height of my match video watching career, like before YouTube when you had to download them all, Guilty Gear was the game I watched the most, by far, because it was just so fun to watch.
Like, it's so high octane, there's so many options, and like the reads that come about, especially like burst space and stuff, like it's so hype. Oh my god! Like, I mean, I think that the cool thing about this game, especially as opposed to the older Guilty Gears, it's a lot more approachable. Because of the YRC mechanic, and also just overall in general, it's a lot more approachable. But it still has the old Guilty Gear feel to it, which is nice. And because of that, it still has that really high skill ceiling. Because you see all these old Guilty Gear players, like, you know, what was it? Kazunoko comes in, blows up everybody. And it's just because, you know, he's been playing the game for so long, and it still feels like the same old games. So, and he has, there's so much stuff that he's, you know, transferred over from the old Guilty Gears, which is really cool. And a lot of the older Guilty Gear players that are coming out of the woodwork, just like
that's the cool
blowing everybody up. And it's like, you know, there's a reason why they're doing it so well. So, but it's like but you see other people that are like, you know, going toe to toe to them who haven't played it before. So there's kind of like that in between, which is really cool for this version of the game, I think. So like, so I mean, I think
the character designs are so good. Like, I can't wait for Jacko.
Oh man, I can't wait to see what she can do.
She's like a tower defense character.
Yeah, it's like
built
StarCraft
by herself.
StarCraft.
It's so cool. So yeah.
But yeah, so I would say, yeah, I mean, approach this game just slowly. You know, just there's a lot to take in, but you know, if you look at our TLDR video for like what system mechanics to learn, you know, just focus on those, and then just focus on like easy stuff that your character can do, and then you just play it a little bit each day. You know, learn a new combo, or maybe learn a new option against something that like another character's you know, beating you with. And
yeah, it's one of the only games where literally you can play the same matchup, like the same matchup with a friend for like 100 games, and it just doesn't get boring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's so
like,
fun.
It's like different every time you do it, and you start learning little nuances. It's just there's so many light bulb moments when you play Guilty Gear. It's
yeah, it's
just,
really cool.
It's really cool.
It's like I tend to have a lot of long sessions with GC Yoshi, and it's like some days it's like, yeah, I'm dominating him, and then the next 2 days it's like he just like destroys me. I'm like, what's going on?
Is Kick a new chain that she got in?
I think she's always had it.
Okay.
There's nothing new.
I know that's new.
Is it? Or the
kick and the back kick I think is new.
But yeah, so I mean it's really cool in the sense that yeah, this game, it's like there's just so many ways, so many options, so many answers for different things that it's like, you know, you really show how you play with your character. I mean, like, so like, you know, if you see 2 characters and there's like 0 like, you know, UI for the stream, and then you just see them play, it's like, oh yeah, I know that's GC Yoshi, or I know that's Pain. For sure, you know, that's just really cool. It's like you can see their playstyle in there.
Back when I was learning, back when I used to play Guilty Gear at the height, like when I played it a lot, that was with just one friend, and we would just pick days on the weekend. Like, hey, you want to come over and play Guilty Gear? I would go to his place and literally show up at like 2 or 3 o'clock, and then we'd play till like midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and we're still sitting there playing. And we played Johnny versus Zappa for like, you know, 12 hours in a row. And it just goes so fast because it's just like, it's always just so interesting.
Yeah, I know, like, whenever I've gone to like the House of Xrd, quote unquote, like I go there expecting, okay, I'm gonna leave at 1 this time because I need to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's 4 o'clock. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
But it's just so fun.
Yeah, the game is too enjoyable. So again, you know, a lot of people when I first started to learn Demon Souls, the game, I came online. I was like, why do people like this game? This game is like really slow and bad and all this stuff, and everyone's like, because it's hard. And once you start getting good at it, you feel like you get rewarded, and it feels good when you beat things that you couldn't beat before, and all of a sudden everything's easy now, right? That's kind of how Guilty Gear is.
Yeah, you feel like a boss when you get good at this game.
Yeah,
it's like
when I had at the peak of my maximum Johnny control, where I was doing missed cancels and doing all sorts of crazy things, dude, it's so fun. It's like art. It really is. It feels like art. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's just the fact that the skill ceiling is so high just means that, you know, the longer you play this game and the more you play it, like you'll get better at fighting games in general. Really. Yeah. I mean, look at Kazunoko, dude. Like, you know, like, remember, you know, when he first came on the scene for Street Fighter, he said he hated the game, and the reason why he started playing is because I hate this game so much. I'm gonna show everyone why it sucks. And then I'm just gonna destroy everybody.
And not only that, but he literally said that he picked Yun because Yun was like, he didn't have to worry about like the ground footsie game. He can go crazy, so it felt more like Guilty Gear, you know.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Kazunoko was originally a Guilty Gear player.
Yeah.
So
he's so good. So, but yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So I guess that's our case for play this game. It's a good game.
Sure. and also, you know, because we can say this now because we know all the information, almost 1,000 players at EVO, right?
968. That's insane.
Has the highest percentage, I think, of, besides Street Fighter 4, highest percentage of Japanese players coming to play it. You are going to get some crazy high-level stuff. So you want to watch, if you want to learn anything about this game, try to watch EVO. It's going to be so ridiculous. There's going to be so many good Guilty Gear players there.
Dude, it's going to be super hype. Yeah, and then also I hope I think they're gonna hopefully they stream the Arc Revo 3v3 as well.
Oh yeah.
The Arc Revo qualifier, which is gonna be all U.S. players. No international players are not allowed to play for it because it's a U.S. qualifier.
Right.
So you'll see a team of some American boys, you know, try to go to Japan and do some damage there.
That should be super exciting.
Yeah, and shout outs to Julian, our beautiful dude, because I think he's going to be commentating officially for Guilty Gear.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh,
so I
okay,
saw it on his Facebook page. He said he was going to do that. So
nice,
listen for his beautiful hair and his voice.
He's a good commentator.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Frosty Faustings when him and Clage were on together. I thought that was really good. So.
Yeah. So definitely tune in for Evo. It's going to be super hype. Or maybe we'll see you there. You know, come say hi.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Some people are saying that, American players aren't probably going to do well at Guilty Gear.
Hey,
That's
man.
probably true, but
probably true, but it's going to be hype. At the top, even if top 8's all Japanese, man, you're going to see some sick matches.
Yeah, and keep in mind, too, that, probably like 3 weeks ago, we would have said no American player probably would have done anything in Persona as well.
Oh, yeah. And then, it's top...
Banana can beat Soji at CEO. So, we're getting there.
Yeah, I mean, they admit, we're not there for Guilty Gear yet, but, it doesn't mean that we can't get there.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
and same for, Persona, so...
Right.
So, yeah. I mean, it's possible.
Right.
It's possible. We just
sure,
gotta keep at it. So yeah, Evo's gonna be so hyped.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. So definitely give this game a shot. Again, cool thing: PS3, PS4 cross play. So,
first of its kind, I think, or one of the first, definitely of the new generation games.
And then also keep news out for Revelator coming out.
Yeah.
It's gonna add Johnny and Jacko. Hopefully some more characters. I'm hyped because once Johnny's in there, dude, I'll be so happy. So.
Yeah, and I have a feeling maybe we'll get Dizzy DLC or something like that.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, they have a model for her in the story mode.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are also looking for Jam as well.
Jam.
I want Viking. I
mean,
I know everyone's gonna be mad.
Hard argument for them since they didn't show up in the story yet. But if Revelator story has any of those models, then we can probably bet you, but that they're gonna be in the next version at least. So.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. And hopefully you find these helpful. Again, check the link. If you're watching this on YouTube, we'll have the link in the description, so you can go and find the documents that Henry put together there. And try it. Play the game.
Try it out.
It's fun.
Ask questions.
Yeah, definitely ask questions. So, and again, in the documents that you put together, most of the American players, you put their Twitter in there, so you can ask them for
try to
help
find
as
as many of them as I can.
So pester them, and if they're like, "Why are you bothering me?" Say it's Henry's fault.
Yeah, they'll just talk to me about it. Don't worry about it.
Speaking of Henry, what's your Twitter again?
Mine is Choysauce, CHOY sauce 85. So so hit me up.
What's your Twitch stream?
It's just twitch.tv/Choysauce, CHOYSAUCE.
Right. And so you'll be streaming this week on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right?
So usually on Wednesday nights I try to do a guitar stream. So kind of relaxing, Final Fantasy music, stuff like that. So trying to grow my repertoire and just play more songs. So
right. Cool. Yeah. So definitely check that out on Wednesdays. And like I said, follow Henry. Thank him for putting together all this documents and putting together all this work. Because honestly, I didn't have time to do any of this, so he's the one who got all the good information out for us and everything like that. So thank you for that very much. So. All right, that's it. And once again, follow UltraChenTV at UltraChenTV. You can follow me at jchensor. You can follow David at UltraDavid, who's not here right now, but it's all good. Follow him anyway. So.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he's kind of cool. So, all right, thanks, guys.